Thank you, Handsome Dan. And once again, we welcome you inside James L. Robb Gymnasium for another Appalachian Athletic Conference doubleheader here this afternoon on Saturday afternoon. Bluefield University comes to town to face off against Tennessee Wesleyan University. Jared Wright, Coach Stan Harrison here in the upper deck of James L. Robb Gymnasium, the top row.
That'd be the top row.
Yep, top row of about 5 rows of bleachers here. But nonetheless, these two teams on the women's side trying to extend some wins in this season, both of them looking for their second win in a row. And Jeff Rice, in his 18th season at the helm, has his ball club at 10-11. They are currently in a tie for 7th place with Truett McConnell in the conference standings. On the other side, it's Bluefield with their head coach in his second season, Markel Cox. They are currently in 13th. They were preseason 8th, so they have dropped off a little bit. And based on some of the scratches on the lineup we saw before the game without a couple of their leading scorers, so a short roster for them this afternoon in this Appalachian Athletic Conference doubleheader. And Coach, positioning is the biggest key for the Lady Bulldogs and also the men that we'll talk about later on, as they need to essentially not drop any games like this one here today.
Yeah, this is a central game. If you're going to make sure you get into the conference tournament, top 8 teams go to the conference, top 10 teams go to the conference tournament, and we're sitting in good position right now. But if you look at the standings, there's 5 teams within 2 games of each other vying for 4 spots. You'd like to be able to get a win today and maybe lock up one of those spots depending on what else happens in the conference. But this is a game where we've got a Bluefield team coming in with a short roster. Looks like we're dressing just 8 players. Expect us to play a lot of people. Try to run a lot of up-tempo today. Try to wear them down a little bit and come away with what should be a win that would secure a tournament berth.
That's exactly what they will try to do. This series has favored Wesleyan over the last little bit, but last year they did split the home and away series, only playing this one matchup, as we've alluded to in a previous broadcast, is they're kind of on the women's side in a pod format, and so there's some teams you only play once a year or maybe not at all. So it's kind of a different look and hard to keep up with what they've done the last couple of years. But Wesleyan has won the last several here on their home floor. They beat them last January here 77-55, a 22-point victory here against the Lady Rams of Bluefield. And Wesleyan, at least going back over the last 30-some-odd matchups, is 15-2 here on their home floor, which Coach Rice talks about it a lot. He loves to play here, James L. Robb on Dwayne Farmer Court, and welcomes anybody to town. So we will see how they go. Looking at some of the team statistics, of course, Wesleyan, we've talked about it with Coach Rice several times, talked to him about it at Milligan. They've had trouble just finding somebody to score or to just take over a little bit. He's trust all 5 that he puts out there on the floor to be able to shoot it from outside, shoot it from anywhere, and they just keep looking for someone to essentially take over for themselves and try to put the team on their back. They do come in as one of the best defensive teams in the conference, though, only allowing 60 points per game, only giving up 37% from the field, along with 28.5 from the three-point line. So they defend the ball very well, and some of that could be expected from a guard-heavy lineup. Guards in the face intense defense a lot of times. On the other side, Bluefield, they rank near the bottom in most categories. So this one, as we've alluded to, does favor Tennessee Wesleyan heavily. The one thing Bluefield does second best in the conference is defend the three-point line. 28.2 is the average they give up to opposing teams. So Wesleyan kind of lives and dies by the three-pointer sometimes for the women. So we will see what happens with Bluefield trying to extend their defense potentially.
Key statistic seems to be the number of points that Bluefield's given up.
Yep.
Giving up 83 points a game. Both of them score about the same amount, scoring in the low 60s. But Bluefield's given up 83 points a game. So it looks like we need to put some points on the board today.
So if the Lady Bulldogs can get it falling, it will be good for them. So right now, let's go ahead. Let's take a 90-second break, and then we'll bring you starting lineups. Back in 90 seconds. Welcome you back into James L. Robb Gymnasium as we get set for the starting lineups here. Bluefield comes in 4-21 overall. They are 4-16 in the conference play. Wesleyan 10-11, 8-11 inside conference play. They're 6-4 here at home. Bluefield is 0-11 on road trips this season, so that is a number to keep in mind there and see what they bring on the road.
You think if you could get them down early, they might quit.
Yeah, that's the jump on it as quick as you can. So they will start number one, a junior guard, 5'5", Lena Pagan from Puerto Rico. She averages 5.8 points a game along with 4.5 rebounds per game.
As I recall, a high school teammate of Jacob that was here last year.
Jacob Jimenez-Diaz that played a year here for Wesleyan, and from what we heard, transferred back home to Puerto Rico, and so they grew up playing basketball together. Number 12, Elle Gunter, the sophomore guard. She averages 10.3 points per game from Bluefield, Virginia. 15, Tamara Maple, averages 12 points a game. She's a redshirt sophomore forward at 5'9" from Cleveland, Ohio. Number 20 is Haley Smith, the junior guard, 5'7", from Draper, Virginia. And then 35, Gabby Nelson, 6'1", junior forward from Wren Lake College. And then for Jeff Rice and his ball club, all familiar lineup here. Number 1, Anna Crowder, the 5'9" junior forward, averages 9 points and 5.5 rebounds per game from Decatur, Tennessee. Number 4, Jacelyn Stone, the 5'5" junior guard, averages 13 points a game to lead Lady Bulldogs, along with 3 assists and 3 rebounds from Decatur, Tennessee as well. Number 10, J.C. Powell, the 5'8" junior guard, just under 8 points a game, along with 5 rebounds, hails from Decatur, Tennessee as well. And then it's number 20, McKaylee Martin, the 6-foot senior forward, averages just under 6 points and 4 rebounds per game from Sweetwater, Tennessee. And then Cambry Mayo, the 5'7" junior guard, averages 8 points a game along with 4 rebounds from Cleveland, Tennessee. As Coach Ross, he's already lining up the post-game interview there.
He want to make sure we're on radio and not on live stream.
Yep, so he's ready to do the post-game already. So as we get set, Wesleyan will be moving from our left to our right. Home white uniforms, blue numerals, Bluefield all red with a navy blue numeral trimmed in white, and the tip does favor the Lady Bulldogs. So they will start first. Stone with the ball. Goes left side to Martin. Martin skip pass near side to Crowder. Crowder, they're going to see a zone defense.
No, not surprisingly, in a zone.
Yep.
I would zone us too, and certainly with short-handed lineup, I'd zone us.
Here's a baseline jumper for Stone. It rolls off and over the back.
Got the baseline penetration, got a good look at it.
So Bluefield, Pagan out front, will look to take the first bucket. Bluefield moves it around, top of the key, it comes there to Maple. Maple pulls up just behind the 15-foot line, in and out that one goes. Martin, good box out underneath there against Gunter. Here comes Stone across the time stripe. 4 10-minute quarters coming your way here. Mayo bounces it far corner to Stone. They work it back around to the right side. Here's Mayo, and they're going to throw it away. Mayo and Stone couldn't connect on that one, so a turnover happens there. Got a lot of athletics going on here at Tennessee Wesleyan today. Basketball, baseball, lacrosse in action, so
busy day.
It is a busy day on campus. Here's Maple, little high post feed. She got it to Gunner. Now they get it back out front to Smith, far side. Maple pull up from a long 2, doesn't get the bounce. Crowder collects her first board. Anna Crowder going to bring it up the near side of the court. Drives into the paint, kicks it over to Powell. She goes baseline, spins back, flips it out front to Crowder. Still plenty of time on the shot clock.
2
Stone.
threes, very spread out. Need to hit the middle.
Here's Martin on the right wing. Powell went across and missed her. They find Stone open in the far corner for 3. That one is good. Jacelyn Stone makes up for the short 2-point miss early and knocks down a long one.
I think they're spread out trying to make sure they can reach the shooters, but it's certainly going to open it up in the middle if we can get some cutters in there.
Assist by Martin from the far side. Here's a drive and a turnover. Mayo comes away with the ball. It's a 2-on-1 break. Mayo up on the right side, too strong. Powell could have went right back up. Instead, she kicks it out to Stone. Yeah. JC wanting the assist, I think. And here's Crowder. Across the lane into the paint. Layup no good. Gets her on board. The putback is good, and it's 5-0. Lady Bulldogs in front early.
Shooting 50% and got a rebound.
padding the rebounding stats. And Crowder going to go for the double-double early. Pagan feeds it high post, gets it right back there from Gunner. Gunner will step behind the line now, and she drills a 3 for Bluefield. So 5-3, Wesleyan still in front. Far side, Mayo with it. Takes one dribble and sends a pass near corner to Powell. Powell flips it back across to Martin. Martin skip pass near corner to Mayo. A lot of skip passing going on, trying to beat this zone defense.
They just got to look at the goal. Had two good looks and didn't even square up on either.
Martin misses it from the far corner. Ball knocked out of bounds off of Wesleyan's Mayo. And they passed up some good-looking shots there. There's a lot to be said for the patience going on in that one. Bluefield brings it up the court.
Only going to get so many good looks in 30 seconds against the zone.
Far side, they send it over there to Smith. Smith takes a three-pointer, missed. Rebound comes off to Crowder in her hands. She's going to push the pace. Jump stop in the lane, kicks back out to Stone. High school teammates trying to connect, and they do. Jacelyn Stone off the feed from Anna Crowder.
Nice little inside out.
Left side, it comes to Maple, guarded there by Powell. Man-to-man shown by the Lady Bulldogs. Maple, little Euro step, floater on the right side of the lane, no good. Powell collects it, she's gonna bring it up. Sends it left side to Crowder. Crowder all the way to the left side of the glass, high off of it and good. 10-3, Lady Bulldogs in front by 7. That's forced a quick timeout by Bluefield as they want to talk this one over. 30-second timeout on the court. Wesleyan up 10-3. We'll be back in 30 seconds. WJSQ, WLAR, Athens, Tennessee. Jared Wright, Coach Stan Harrison here as Wesleyan doing what they need to do. Up 7 here early. Have a couple of 3 balls to their credit as well, and some takes inside by Anna Crowder. Bluefield.
Looks like if you can control the defensive board, you can get some good opportunities because they're not looking to get back very well in transition.
Travel here by Maple. As Maple, their leading scorer now. They've got a couple that didn't make the trip. Destiny Long averaged 18.5, and Kaya Boyd had 11.8, so they're without their services. Here's Stone, goes to the left side. Crowder, quick feed into Stone, pump fake, skip pass out to Mayo. Mayo drives for a second and then kicks it up. Powell to a reverse layup for Stone. Nice assist by J.C. Powell in there. Good ball movement by Lady Bulldogs. Here's Maple out front. They're trying to look down low to Nielsen, but couldn't get it. Gunner takes the 15-footer, strong off the back iron into the hands of J.C. Powell. Number 2, Ashanti Northcross checked in for Bluefield during that timeout. High post, it's Mayo now to Crowder. Martin to the far corner. Powell skip pass to Stone near wing. Stone, quick crossover, gets to the right side of the glass, lays it up and in.
Hand check out high, but we'll overlook that for the layup.
Yeah, take the points. Wesleyan going to send their second 4 in. We got a quick whistle there. I believe it was just a kick ball or a deflection out of bounds, but Bluefield will take it side out. Wesleyan's going to get 12. Alexis Bates in, the 5'6" junior from Northview Academy in Kodak. Abby Barr, the 5'8" junior guard from Sweetwater, Tennessee. Ella Crowder, number 25, 5'9" junior forward from Decatur. And then Sierra Bates, number 22, as Maple makes the second field goal. Sierra Bates also from Kodak, Tennessee. Here's Powell, sends it over to Ella Crowder. Crowder.
Not surprised, we run a lot of bodies at them. This bunch just got to be able to put some points on the board while they're in there.
Here's Barr, dribbles it around the top of the key, drops it to Bates. Shot clock down to 10. Powell, right wing. Sierra Bates in the near corner. Gives it to Barr. Barr, a little head fake. Now goes, running floater is good off the left hand from Abby Barr.
Left hand, yep. Going left, use the left. Nice
4:05 to play here in the first quarter. 16-5. Lady Bulldogs in front. Feed down low to Nielsen. She misses the jumper. Ella Crowder. Good
nice
positioning.
little high-low pass.
Yep.
Not able to finish.
Barr, quick drop off to Bates. Now Ella Crowder. Quick crossover, left side. Barr going for a second bucket in a row, and she's got it this time from downtown. 19-5.
It's 2 shots constitute a heat check.
Close enough. It's close enough. 14-point advantage here. Maple wanting to feed it into the low block. Had a screen from Nielsen. Instead, Maple step back, takes a 3. It lodges between the rim and the backboard and falls off to Wesleyan. Barr in control. See if she'll take another one. Instead, it's Powell on the right side. Long flip pass to Bates. To the other Bates. Now to Barr, near corner. Ella Crowder, she's wide open for 3.
Short.
Short. She knew it. She took off after it, but Lady Bulldogs cannot chase that one down.
She did a good job going to the board, but it kicked off on the opposite direction.
Yep.
Went out of bounds.
So Smith returns for Bluefield along with number 42, Naja Ghani Pyraman. He checks in. Gone out front. Barr's guarding her, but plenty of room as Barr standing on the 3-point line. Now they move it. Ghani Pyraman takes it off the dribble, working against Bates. They keep it on the far corner. Smith thought about the 3, now feeds it into Gunner. Just too strong of a bounce pass, ends up into the hands of J.C. Powell. Here's Barr in transition, gets it to Powell, right wing. Powell sends it left side to Bates. Sierra Bates now on the right wing from her sister Lexi. 3-pointer off the mark, but Lexi gets the rebound and the putback. Doesn't count as an assist, but sister-to-sister connection there. 16-point advantage.
I hope she wasn't anticipating a miss.
I don't think she was. Right place, right time. Smith, top of the key. She fires a 3-pointer up. It caroms off to the right side, and Bluefield gets the offensive rebound somehow very quickly, and Pagan's.
That position, we got too far under the goal.
Yeah.
Rebound kicked out over her head.
Wesleyan's going to send another 4 in. Coach Rice going to keep everybody fresh here. Barr kick out. Ella Crowder for 3. This time she overcompensated for the short one and sends it over the back of the rim. Under 2 to play. 21-7. Tennessee Wesleyan in front here at Bluefield. Another longtime familiar foe in the AAC. Ghani Pyraman has it stripped away. Good hands by J.C. Powell and help defense. Takes the steal. Powell trying to go coast to coast. Layup on the left side. Too strong. Comes off the front of the rim. Here's Pagan in transition. Drops it to Nielsen. Nielsen's short 15-footer is short. Lexi Bates there to catch it underneath. Quick pass up to Crowder. Deflected into the hands of Gunner. So a turnover here by Tennessee Wesleyan. Gunner's going to bring it up with 1:15 to play.
I like the tempo, but you got to be under control. Got to take care of the ball. Get you a good quick shot. If not, let's set it up because I don't think they're going to want to defense us for very long.
Kick out. Gunner left corner 3-pointer is good there for L. Gunner. Down to an 11-point game. 21-10. Bluefield has put back-to-back field goals in. Something they had yet to do. Here's Sierra Bates on the right wing. Ball above her head, gets it to Lexi. Now quick touch pass out to Barr in the near corner. The last couple of threes have been struggles for the Lady Bulldogs. Jump ball underneath will allow substitutions for both teams to come in, and it's going to give the ball to Bluefield. So Anna Crowder, Jacelyn Stone, Cambry Mayo return, along with Ashley Baxter, number 34, the 6-foot junior forward from right here in Athens, Tennessee.
L. Gunner will probably like to play here all the time. Coming in, she was 0 of 6 for the year on 3. She's 2 of 2 so far today.
Knocked it down. Ghani Pyraman on the far side. Drops it to Pagan. They get number 21, Lauren Bragg, into the ball game. Jump shot missed by Bragg underneath. Crowder with the backside board. She's going to bring it up. That's something we've talked to a lot of Lady Bulldogs. A lot of them that play post is 10 seconds down on the clock. They're used to being guards at the high school level, so they're comfortable handling the ball. Here's Crowder, 3 seconds to go. Pulls up for a long 2 at the buzzer, and it's good. Everything going Tennessee Wesleyan's way here in the first quarter, up 23-10 over Bluefield, as we will head to the second quarter coming up after this break. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Back here at James L. Robb Gymnasium, the first of the final 3 games for Tennessee Wesleyan's teams. Got today's matchup with Bluefield. We'll be on the road with them on Wednesday when they head to Pikeville, Kentucky to face off against the newcomer in the conference. And then they'll be back home here next weekend against Reinhardt to wrap it up. We will not carry those games here on WJSQ. But they are here at the end of the regular season trying to anticipate a trip to Kingsport in good form. And the way they're playing right now is Jacelyn Stone gets to the bucket easy on the right side.
Too easy.
On the opening possession of the second quarter.
We'll take it.
Here's a crossover and jumper by Maple. Looked good, but cannot fall. She's definitely the go-to shooter on this team, although, as you mentioned, Coach Gunner's 2 for 2 from behind the arc. Might as well let her shoot it too. Through Bluefield. Stone gets this high screen. Instead, it passes it back behind her to Mayo. Baxter skip past to Crowder. Ella Crowder and Anna Crowder both on the court together. Baxter feeds it top of the key to Crowder. Shot clock at 7. Crowder, a little kick pass to Ella, but it's going to fall out of bounds, so they'll have 4 seconds to get the shot off.
Had Stone with a quick cut to the basket and just didn't get her. Didn't see her.
And it comes to Stone. Stone going to heave it over her shoulder, and that's going to be a shot clock violation. So really not say the worst possession that they've had, but definitely the first shot clock violation we've ran into. Here comes Powell quickly back to the scorer's table. She'll have to wait to the next whistle, though.
This really didn't get many cutters that possession.
Nope. High
Just
post
the one
feed.
time, and we missed her.
Gunner has it, kicks out to Pagan. Here's Maple, quick crossover, and she tried to use the speed and took a step too early. And Ella Crowder, is going to check out, and Powell back in. Got to think Coach Rice is probably telling all the Lady Bulldogs, you're not going to sit for very long today. Up 25-10 currently. Just a minute and a half played in the second quarter. Left side, Mayo. She's going to fire her first three-point attempt. Missed it. Powell gets an offensive board, clears it out to Baxter. Baxter dribbles out of the double team, gets it to Crowder at the top of the key. Crowder, backdoor cut by Stone. Nice feed. Stone kicks it to Baxter for the 3. That one rolls over the rim.
Little flat. Didn't get that one. Didn't get set. Didn't get it up.
Gone in transition. Goes to the right side. Jump ball, the call. Bluefield possession arrow. Wesleyan started the quarter with it. Coach Cox yelling at his team. I think finally got what he was wanting out of their offensive set. Trying to get them to attack. And Pagan, a really good point guard. I think it was a challenge to her. Here's Maple. Transition across the paint. Loses the pass off her hands. Martin back in for Baxter for Tennessee Wesleyan. And Donnie Perriman in here for Bragg for Bluefield. So now 2 minutes gone in the quarter. Stone brings it up, sends it left side. 15-point advantage for Tennessee Wesleyan. Here's Stone. Drove to the block and kicks it behind her to Martin. Work it around the horn over to Mayo. High post feed to Stone. Quick pump fake, got Gunner in the air, but Gunner recovers and blocks the shot.
It's interesting that we've got Stone, the smallest person on the floor, who's working that high post in the middle of that zone.
Yep.
I'm sure the reason is because she does such a good job of taking the ball to the basket. And he's looking for some layups off of that.
Yep, and there's our first foul of the game as Elle Gunner gets the lay-in on the left side. And this one's going to be on J.C. Powell, her first, team first.
Nice little step-through crossover move there.
Yep. Elle Gunter showing impressiveness so far for the Lady Rams. The three-point play is good for her. Down to a 12-point game. 25-13, 7:20 to play. Feed to Stone, now out to Martin, back to Stone. Stone gets bumped. And there's the first foul on Bluefield, and that one's on Donnie Perriman. Her first.
Bluefield looks to be matching up. We're going to go man-to-man here.
Stone, baseline pass, trying to go reverse layup, and Gunner just blocked her again.
Tried to go 1-on-2 among two people that are both larger than her.
Right side, Pagan with it. Wesleyan still man-to-man. Smith sends it over to Pagan. Gunner high posted. Powell guarding her. Back screen for Gunner. They missed her wide open. They just lobbed it over the back of the defense, and here Bluefield's going to throw it away. Miscommunication. Smith was making a cut, and Pagan sent the pass to her, and she wasn't there.
Based on Coach Cox's reaction, he was not anticipating a cut. He was not happy with the cutter rather than the passer.
Here's Mayo near side. Crowder now near the top of the key. Crossover against Pagan. Battle of the ones. Here's Martin in the corner. Goes baseline against Gunner. Long bounce pass across that line down to Mayo. Quick feed into Crowder in the paint. Crowder kicks it out. A lot of inside-out game for the Lady Bulldogs so far. Airballed three by Mayo. Here come the Lady Rams. Smith trying to get to the left side. Layup is good for Smith, and it's been Bluefield here in the second quarter. They've cut it down to a 10-point game with 6:07 to play. They've rattled off 5 straight points.
We're getting what we want on the offensive end. They've quit going in.
Here's Martin. Spin move, hook shot. Does get the shooter's touch inside. It's almost like Tennessee Wesleyan's gotten too unselfish.
Yeah, there's been a lot of extra passes made.
High post feed. Gunner has it. Donnie Perriman takes it off the dribble. One pass out here to Maple. Trying to drive against Powell. Floater on the baseline is good for Maple. 10-point game once again. 5.5 to go in the quarter. Three-pointer on the quick trigger by Powell. Long rebound chase down. Crowder trying to get there, but saves it, and luckily, tried to save it, but luckily saved herself from crashing into the bleachers. It's going to be North Cross checking back in.
I feel like we can get that shot anytime.
Yep.
That was a little quick, a little far out. Just 2 or 3 steps behind the arc.
North Cross with the ball. Gunner telling her to go to the far side. Handoff back to Maple from Gunner. Gunner went Euro step through, wanted the foul, couldn't get it, but the putback by North Cross is good either way.
No box out. No box out. Crowd wanted to walk, I think.
Yep. Bluefield now to within 8. They've had the momentum here in the second quarter. Wesleyan trying to find an open look. Back to that 3-2 zone, it looks like, for Bluefield. Here's Stone, pulls up just outside the lane, and just hard shot off the back of the rim. Pagan in transition, 4:40 to play. Wesleyan's going to get Lexus Bates and Abby Barr back to the table really quick.
Outscored 9-4 thus far in this quarter.
Here's Gunner, left side of the paint, kicks it back there into the hands of Bragg. Bragg gets it to Pagan, goes baseline, reverse layup, no good. Hit the bottom of the backboard, and Crowder able to collect that rebound. Crowder trying to push it all the way in, gets a foul on the floor. That one's going to be against Pagan. And that's the team's second of the quarter. So Mayo and Stone will exit. Crowder's going to inbound it here for Tennessee Wesleyan. Nilsson back in for Bluefield. Anna Crowder, right wing, skip pass, open to a wide open Martin. Had to bobble the handle though.
Yeah, open by the time she could get a grip on it, get a handle on it, so she was no longer open.
Touch pass out to Barr, and she steps on that far sideline. That's just one of those mistakes you hate to see, especially on your home court, knowing exactly where you're at.
Got to know where you are.
4:04 to play, 27-19. We've got a halftime interview coming up with one of our Bulldogs off the men's team, so I invite you to stay around for that one. Pagan feeds it. Nilsson, quick touch pass out. Donnie Perriman takes a 3 over the back of that one. Here comes Barr with the collective rebound. Barr, far side of the court, now brings it near side. Crowder, hesitation, now finds Lexi Bates far corner. That one too strong off the backside of the rim. Jump ball to tie up. We'll keep it on this end for Tennessee Wesleyan. Tamara Maple back in as Pagan will get a breather.
Heads up play there, but J.C. Powell tied that one up.
Yep. Long inbounds comes to Powell. Now Crowder, top of the key, puts it on the floor to the left, gets all the way in and gets fouled. North Cross wasn't trying to foul her. She just happened to be right there as Anna Crowder came flying in.
Pretty good collision, though.
Yep. Crowder hit the deck, but right back up pretty quickly. So she'll get 2 free throws. Anna Crowder, a 62% shooter from the stripe. First one is no good. Gunner's at the scorer's table.
It's an area we need to improve in, team-wise and individually. Just not
Crowder
shooting free
makes
throws well.
And especially some of the games, when it come down to the wire, you've got to, those pay off in dividends.
Absolutely.
Courtney Farr is going to come to the scorer's table for Wesleyan, but it'll be the next whistle. The sophomore forward from Benton, Tennessee. Northcross sends it right side to Maple, high post feed. Maple gets it back from Bragg on the give and go. Maple's 15-footer, she uses every bit of the rim and then the backboard to knock that one down. It's
kind
a 7.
bounce, very kind bounce.
Complete
You're right.
opposite of what I saw at Ray County last night. No kind bounces there on soft rims. Just dies off of it. Here's Crowder around, sends it over left side to Barr. Barr dribbles it back to the top of the key, gets it to Lexi Bates. Now Powell with it on the right side, sends it right side to Barr in the corner. 7 to shoot. Crowder drives it left side, bounces it out to Powell. 3-pointer up for J.C. Powell, and it's nothing but net. Back to a double-digit game here, 31-21 with 2:40 to play.
Good ball movement, good patience. Finally got the open look.
Northcross sends it to Maple.
And more importantly, made it. We've
Yes.
had some open looks this quarter, just haven't made enough of them.
Step back jumper from Maple looked good, but just caroms off out of the rim. Here's Crowder in transition. Crowder into the lane, now kicks it to Lexi Bates. Crowder gets it right back top of the key from Barr, and that one spins in and out. Nielsen gets the rebound. Bates tried to catch him sleeping and steal the pass, but couldn't do it. Ella Crowder coming back to check in, along with Pagan for Bluefield. Euro step through the lane. Northcross missed it. Offensive board, right place, right time for Bragg. She missed her jumper from 15 feet. Crowder collects this one to transition.
Looking for the skip, there it is.
Martin for 3. She's getting closed out on by Northcross. Missed it. Offensive rebound falls off of Bates' hands into the hands of Gunter.
Another good look.
Left side, Nielsen. Top of the key. It comes back to Northcross. Northcross looks back. Gets a signal. They've got 12 to shoot. Minute 24 to play. Second quarter of action, 31-21. Tennessee Wesleyan in front. Nielsen deep 3 and swishes that one.
Well, it wasn't pretty.
Down to a 7-point game with 1:14 to play, and coach has called a full timeout for Bluefield. So Wesleyan up 31-24. We'll be back in 60 seconds, back in 60. WJSQ, WLAR, Athens, Tennessee. Jared Wright, Coach Stan Harrison here. Lady Bulldogs, they've held the lead the entire game, but Bluefield not really going away here in the second quarter, outscoring Tennessee Wesleyan 14-8 thus far. And it's down to a 7-point game for Wesleyan, 31-24 the lead with a minute 7 to play in the half. Here's Ella Crowder along with Farr, Mayo, Powell, and Stone out there. Ella Crowder rolled to the corner. Farr brings it back near side, gives it to Stone. Ella Crowder on the left wing, shot clock at 7. Mayo sends it to Powell. Thought about the shot, instead kicks it over. Farr, they're gonna have to, another shot clock violation. Couldn't get a shot off, a little too patient there. Smith's gonna check in for Bragg here for Bluefield. 44.2, so they will have to take a shot.
The defense hadn't changed other than that 1 or 2 possessions they played man-to-man. It's still open there in the middle. We're getting different people cutting through. We're just not hitting the cutters. And if we do, we don't seem to be looking to to score from there or attack, or then looking to kick it back out. And the defense is pretty spread out, so they're recovering to our shooters pretty easily.
Bluefield had a little trouble with it. Now Gunner has it at the high post, drops it back to Maple. Long two for Maple, no good. Gunner, that one, they might have got away with one. It was over the back call on Gunner there. That one.
Call was a push in the back.
Okay. So her first foul, team third of the quarter. They're going to try to get a substitution in. Bluefield was, but with 19 seconds to go, now down to 14. Wesleyan's going to hold for the last shot. Here's Stone, drives right side. Skip pass out to Powell. Powell takes a deep three. That one's short. Stone got the rebound, tries to go up before the buzzer, and it's deflected once again. And so at the end of the first half, it's 31, should be 31-24. Scoreboard has changed here, but they're getting that corrected. So now it's 31-24. Yeah, just making sure my math was correct. Don't know how many times that's happened this season between high school and college games, but nonetheless, Wesleyan will take the 7-point lead into the locker room, led by as many as 16 in the first quarter.
Just not a good second quarter. Just didn't weren't quite as sharp, quite as crisp on the offensive end, and obviously didn't shoot it as well.
So we will take a 2-minute break here at halftime. Again, telling you the halftime score: Tennessee Wesleyan up 31-24 over Bluefield at half. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Welcome back inside James L. Robb. We're at halftime here. The women's game against Bluefield for Tennessee Wesleyan. They're up 31-24 here against the number 13 team in the conference, and the Lady Bulldogs tied for 7th. So a win definitely at least keeps them there. If not, maybe helps them depending on what the rest of the conference does. Behind them is they're tied with Truett McConnell, which unfortunately for the Lady Bulldogs, they lost on the road they beat Truett McConnell here and then lost on the road, so they split with them. They swept Columbia, and then they come off a victory against Burnell on the road last weekend, and then also beat Burnell here at home. So they do have at least a couple of those players, or a couple of those teams they have the advantage and tiebreaker against. So they essentially, by the looks of it, have punched their ticket to Kingsport. Nonetheless, they still want to come out with 3 wins here at the end of the season, but we'll see how that goes. On the other side, it's the men for Tennessee Wesleyan. They've kind of had a similar season as the Lady Bulldogs have. Win some games, and then you lose a couple, win one, then lose a couple of nail-biters back and forth. There's been at least 3 games that I can recall that have been 1-point losses for the men on the Tennessee Wesleyan side, and that includes a loss on the road at Bluefield, 72-71 earlier this season. And we are pleased to be joined by Nashawn Jones, number 3 in your programs, hailing from the state of Georgia. And first off, Nashawn, tell us a little bit about how you ended up at Tennessee Wesleyan and what made you want to come play for Coach Ray Stone.
Well, Coach Ray Stone is a great guy. I'm just starting to say that. I felt like in my recruiting process, he reached out to me with a real genuine relationship, and that was the most important thing for me to come here to a new environment, a place I've never been before. I've never been to Tennessee. I feel like it was important to establish a bond first with the coach. So after we got that out the way, it was just basketball. Everything's just basketball. So.
Now, where'd you play your high school ball at?
Clarkston, in Georgia. Clarkston, Georgia. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a city like right next to Atlanta.
Okay. So I'm sure a lot of good basketball down there in that area. And talk to us a little bit about playing, it doesn't seem like it's that far from home, but it could be. So, getting just a little out, roughly 2.5, 3 hours, depending on which way you go. But talk to us about coming up to Wesleyan and playing close enough to home, maybe friends and family can come watch you play.
I would just say the competition is a little different out here. Georgia is a lot more competitive, I would say that. But I'm just happy to be here, honestly.
Well, I know it's been good to have you here, and of course the season has not gone. We just referenced some of those games that have been heartbreakers. Y'all had the number 1 team, Union, in here Wednesday night and lost by 1, a game that y'all had the lead.
Right.
How much is that you've been close with pretty much everybody you've played? There's been a couple of the Bryan game. We'll ignore that one. It got pretty bad over there. But outside of that, I talked to Coach Stone. You've proven that y'all can play with anybody in this league.
Right.
What are you all doing to try to overcome that hurdle here at the end of the season?
Our preparation. Mentally, I feel like we're a young team, but we right where we need to be to make that stride. Obviously, we in close games with these number 1 seeds. We just got to get over the hump, stay consistent, stay bought into what Coach got going on for us. Trusting the coach is the biggest thing for us, and trusting each other. So once we get that, we're gonna be good.
I talked to Coach Stone Wednesday night a little bit, and he was referencing that, getting to the conference tournament's the key, getting there and where you're at and the seedings. But the fact that there's a lot of teams that probably don't want to play you all after the regular season games y'all have had. And, of course, some of it's been blowing some leads, unfortunately, some double-digit leads. But I think back the Truett-McConnell game on the road that Matt Harper and I did on the radio a few weeks ago, that was one of y'all's most complete games that y'all played as a team. What was the difference there? Do you remember anything that was big from that game that really clicked with you all that maybe you can carry over into the next couple of games?
I would just say that game, we did a lot more loving each other. It felt like we were celebrating each other more. It was a lot more bought in terms of like our energy on the bench and warm-ups and the huddles. Like, we was just bought in. I feel like if we do that tonight, we'll have good results.
And you talk about energy. You're very calm and reserved right now.
Yeah.
But Coach Stone and I have joked, and Matt and Coach Harrison and I have joked, when you get on the floor for Coach Stone, whether any point in the game, you bring a ton of energy with you. Is that something you've always kind of brought to the teams you've played with, or is it something you've just kind of taken on here in the college level?
Nah, I've always been like that. Playing basketball starting out, I was playing outside with older people, older guys. I was playing outside. I was young. I was playing outside. I had a chip on my shoulder. I had to prove myself. And it started on defense. Every night I take pride in defense. So that's where it starts. Energy, bring energy. The ball rewards energy. That's what I was taught.
Yeah, hey, it's shown in several games from fast pace up and down. That defense has turned into some good offensive plays for you as well. I'm going to ask you about this. And a lot of players, several years ago or back in my day, I can say now, everybody always kind of wore a team shoe or something like that.
Yeah.
But let's talk about these shoes. So there's a few of you guys out there that will wear a different color. And Coach Harrison and I have joked about it. I like it because I know I don't have to look for a jersey number. I just see the pink highlighter shoes. I don't know the official color of them. But talk to us. What's the decision behind the shoes and the color choice or anything like that?
I don't want to sound shallow. I really do like the pink shoes. But it's not to stand out or anything. Honestly, I just like the shoes. I have my mom initials on them. It's a real important reason why I wear them every night. And when I wear them, I feel like I play better. You feel good, you play good. Honestly, that's
Hey,
what it is.
there you go. Look good, play good, feel
Right.
good, everything. Well, that's, all the people, it's kind of the game of basketball has shifted to that, and you'll see a
Yeah.
lot of colorways, they call them, on the different shoes and the styles. And so you might have neon pink, or it might be highlighter yellow or green. From a broadcaster standpoint, I appreciate it. I don't think it's flashy or anything like that. It's just the different way the game is. It's easy to pick you up and down the floor quite a bit. So, which it's hard to pick you up sometimes because you're so quick up and down.
Yeah.
Let's talk to us a little bit about your school academics. Of course, you're here as a student athlete, and so talk to us a little bit about how school's going and maybe what you're majoring in if you're decided at this point.
School's going well. I'm majoring in business, trying to get my degree in business management and administration. Right now, I am a junior, senior. I got a lot of credits. I got a lot, so it'd be hard to keep track of that stuff. I'm just trying to get my degree. Stay consistent on and off the court.
So you are listed, I think, roster-wise as a
Yeah.
junior. I never know because of COVID. So imagine you played some ball before you
Yeah.
got to Wesleyan. Where was that at?
I was at Point University in the
At Point,
conference.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, so when I got here, it honestly felt like full circle moment because we used to play here all the time. I used to be like, man, what if I played at the school? All my teammates would be like, man, if you played at the school, bro, you would be crazy. So God's plan, I got here and making the best of it.
Yeah. Of course, Point no longer in the conference. That's kind of a different look now. Adding Pikeville essentially replaced them. But so, yeah, a lot of familiarity with the conference opponents as well. So that's part of it as well. So working on this degree, business management, you can do a lot of things with that. Kind of what is your future outside of school? What do you want to be involved in with that business degree?
Project management.
Okay.
Project management, for sure.
Yep.
I feel like it's real versatile. I don't like to sit in one place too long, so got to be good. Get a lot of different work experiences, connect with a lot of different people, get a lot of experience with working on different jobs, managing. Yeah.
You looking to stay kind of in this Tennessee, Georgia area, or anywhere it takes you?
Anywhere it takes me.
Maybe a worldwide project
Anywhere.
manager out there somewhere.
Anywhere it takes me.
We'll have to keep in touch with you in the future. You get
For
that.
sure.
There's plenty of jobs out there. I know I work with a lot of people in that project management space in my day job, and it's they're always needing people to handle that kind of stuff. So, well, Sean, it's been fun getting to chat with you. I always take a guess on who Coach Stone's going to send me up here to talk, and I appreciate you being willing to jump up here. And hopefully we can get you woke up. You're a little sleepy up here right now, but you'll be ready to go come game time.
Fired up, locked in.
We wish you the best of luck today as you take on Bluefield, try to avenge an earlier loss and get another win on the record and help your place in the conference standing. So, Sean, appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
So, Sean Jones with the men's team as he made his way from Point University, which was a college or a Appalachian Athletic Conference opponent for the last decade or so for Tennessee Wesleyan, but Point withdrawing from the conference and essentially Pikeville replacing them is the reason we no longer see the Skyhawks. But good that Jones, Sean, comes up from West Point, Georgia, so kind of went to the southwest part of Georgia to play early and then makes his way to southeast Tennessee to play here for Tennessee Wesleyan in his junior year. Essentially would have another year after this, and he's got a lot of credits that transferred from Point, so he's kind of in that junior-senior phase he mentioned, but always good to chat to the Bulldogs on that side. And he does bring a lot of energy in the highlighter pink shoes. He said it's not for flashy. It is, his mom's initials are on them, and there's a reason he does that. And I told him I liked it because it's easy to spot him on the court.
Know who he is.
Don't have to look for the jersey number at all. He's right there. So we're at halftime here. Tennessee Wesleyan Lady Bulldogs and the Lady Rams of Bluefield warming back up. 31-24 the halftime score. Let's take a 30-second break, and then we'll bring you the first half stats. We'll be back from James O'Robb in 30 seconds. WJSQ, WLAR, Athens, Tennessee. Jared Wright, Coach Stan Harrison. The final minute ticking off of the halftime clock. Again, Lady Bulldogs up 31-24 here. Coach, have you got some team numbers you want to call off right there for us?
I do. First for Bluefield. Bluefield was 10 of 29 from the field, 34.5%. 3 of 6 from behind the arc, 50%, and 1 of 1 at the free throw line. Tennessee Wesleyan was 13 of 33, 39.4%. 4 of 7 from behind the arc, 23.5. 4 of 17, 23.5. A number that needs to come up. And 1 of 2 at the free throw line. Bluefield's had 8 turnovers to Tennessee Wesleyan 6. Rebounding margin, Tennessee Wesleyan led that 21 to 18.
Looking at your individual scoring, it's Elle Gunner with 9 points, 2 of 2 from behind the arc for Bluefield to lead the way there. 5 rebounds for Haley Smith leads the team in that category. On the other side, it's Jacelyn Stone for Tennessee Wesleyan. She's got 12 points with 2 rebounds. She's perfect behind the arc, 2 of 2, 5 of 9 from the floor. And then Anna Crowder following with 7 points and 7 boards. So she is well on her way to that double-double.
Working on that double-double.
She's got 2 assists as well. Maybe after she gets to the 10 rebounds, 10 points, she'll work on the triple-double and go for the 8 more assists. But 4 rebounds for J.C. Powell along with the 3-pointer. 5 points by Abby Barr as well. And then 2 points for both Alexis Bates and McKaylee Martin round out the individual scoring for Tennessee Wesleyan thus far. Little baseball update as they're playing over there at Jack Bowling Field at Athens Insurance Stadium. They're up 2-0 against Montreat in the bottom of the 8th. And women's lacrosse on the hill across Green Street there is down 6-2 right now. But we're here, third quarter of action. It's going to be Wesleyan open up defensively. And it's going to be Stone, Crowder, Martin, Powell, and Mayo starting from the first half return. Here's Gunner, gets to the low block on the far side, a little up and under move, couldn't get it, long rebound. Well, it's deflected out and Stone picks it up.
1-3-1 offense. That Gunner at the free throw line looking for a little high-low or a little drive.
Smith, Pagan, Maple, Gunner, and Nilsson out there for the Lady Rams. Here's Stone, gets to the low block, kicks it out. Martin open for 3, too strong. A lot of the last several threes we've seen in the first half, and that first one, they've started forcing them a little bit, too strong with them. Here's a reverse layup for Smith. And it's going to be Bluefield on the board first here. A minute played. It's down to a 5-point game. Wesleyan going to have to get the offense going. Here's Crowder into the lane, kicks it baseline. Stone, 15-footer from the Athens Insurance logo is good.
Jason finally looked for a shot. She's getting her penetration. She seems to be a little intimidated by inside players, but that's not her MO normally.
Nielsen, quick kick out to Gunner, going for a third.
And
Coach,
she stays hot.
She's 3 for 3 from behind the arc. 33-29 your score now, 4-point game. Here's Powell, right wing, fakes the corner pass, sends it back left side to Crowder, gets it right back from Crowder, kick out to Martin. Martin finds Stone. She just hit a shot from there, but she'll pass it up as Nielsen closed out. Stone, drive and dish, near corner. Martin takes the 3, off the front of the rim, ball tipped around. Mayo battling for it, comes away with it, uses a dribble, gets clear, and lays it in for a second
Good hustle,
chance.
good hustle. Stayed after it, fought for it, came away with it, got the bucket.
6-point lead, 35-29. Jump ball, the signal. Wesleyan will get it off the possession as Maple came flying in, and they get her tied up. I believe that was Powell that did
second
it again.
time she's tied it up.
So she's done an outstanding job. Quick hands inside. Stone going to cross Bulldog logo at midcourt. Left side, it goes to Powell. Powell sends it back right side to Crowder. Powell left side of the lane, turns and kicks it to Martin. Martin, a little patience. Now on top of the key, Mayo. One dribble, gets it to a cutting Powell. Quick pass back out to Stone, front of the lane. Crowder goes left side of the lane, loses the handle. It went off of Nilsson's legs, and somehow Crowder got that one to get up there, and it stays on the back of the rim and then falls in.
That's one of those that had feet, crawled up over the rim.
I've seen a few putts that do that. I've never seen a basketball do that too many times. Here's Maple, bounces it down to Nilsson. Nilsson backing up, and she travels with it. Good defense by Crowder, straight up with her. Forced the travel.
Held her ground, and she shuffled her feet.
It's going to be Stone once again across the time stripe. Again, the 7th place Lady Bulldogs trying to help their conference seeding. Essentially got a chance to improve their seeding for the tournament is what they're trying to do. Here's a miss inside by Martin. 7 minutes to play in the third quarter. Pagan with it across midcourt after Gunner gave it to her.
It was an odd-looking shot.
Yeah. Smith wanted to throw it into Gunner in the low block. Instead, they bring it back out front. Now they drop it down to Nilsson. Back to Crowder. Pagan, quick pass over to Smith. This time she gets an open look, and she knocks down the three ball. So they've hit back-to-back three-pointers on their made shots.
Leads back to 5.
Yep, 37-32. 6.5 to go. Stone still in the lane, kicks it out to Martin. Martin, pass out to Crowder. Here's Powell, near corner for three, answers right back. J.C. Powell knocks one down for the Lady Bulldogs. First one of the quarter. 8-point lead. Coach Cox was pleading the case that Wesleyan's traveling every time they go to pass it, but no whistle blown. Here's Maple, top of the key. Works it to the right wing. Passes it high post to Gunner. Gunner right back to Maple for three. Missed it. Stone, the point guard, gets the rebound. Crowder had Nilsson blocked out there. Martin thought about the three. Drive, kick left side to Powell. Back up top to Crowder. Martin near corner from Crowder. Three-pointer up and over. Mayo trying to battle Gunner for the rebound, but Gunner gets it.
Martin's just not extending and following through well.
She's been known to knock down the threes, but struggling here today. Pagan sends it near corner.
0 for 6.
Feeds it into Nilsson. Nilsson just having a fit down there with Crowder, and Martin and Gunner were boxing each other out. Somehow it's tipped out to Maple. She comes flying in. Shot forced up. Couldn't get the contact foul there. Pleading her case. Quickly up the court. Crowder from Stone. Half court pass to Stone. Pushes it back to a double-digit lead of 10.
That was a nice find there.
The defense is slacking, complaining about a call. Push it. Barr's going to come to the scorer's table for Wesleyan. Pagan, a lot of standing around for Bluefield right now, trying to call out the signals. She gets to the right wing, high post feed to Nilsson. A little give and go. Pagan gets tripped up. Her and Mayo collide. That's going to be the first, I believe, on Mayo. That is correct, and the first on the team in the quarter. Baxter and Barr return for Tennessee Wesleyan. Bragg returns for Bluefield. Nilsson out for the Lady Rams, and Lady Bulldogs will send Martin and Mayo to the bench to get a breather. Inbound to Bragg, catch it about the 15-foot line. Now drops it to Pagan. Pagan calling Gunner away. Trying to circle around. Bragg at the high post, dribbles right side. Baxter right there with her. Shot short off the rim, long rebound. Chased down, it's going to go out of bounds off of Wesleyan's Abby Barr. As Barr and Smith collided pretty hard right there, but
I thought the ball actually went off Smith, but I thought Barr fouled her, so I guess the compromise on the officials' part was just give them the ball back.
yeah, save the time for anything else. Here's Pagan off the inbounds. Wesleyan getting set to send another sub. North cross in for Maple for Bluefield. Gunner, high post. She's been very active there. Baxter had the tie up underneath, they say, against Smith. Smith looks at her arm where she's got maybe a red mark. It'll stay with Bluefield, though, underneath. Bates checks in. Alexi Bates checks in for Jacelyn Stone. 4:18 to play, third quarter, 42-32. Wesleyan in front. Trying to get their second win in a row. Shot clock violation. Bluefield was unaware, as was
I
I.
think that's correct. I think they were unaware of how much time was left on the shot clock after the jump ball.
So here comes Barr bringing it up the court, 4:09 to go. Got a win at Burnell last Saturday. So they've had a week off.
We get the ball down inside, we're just not looking to the goal.
Here's Baxter for three, in and out that one goes. And that's right, I mean, there's been several times they've had it point blank range and wide open and just not taking a shot we've seen them take all year.
Right, don't even square up to the basket, they just kicking it out.
Trying to settle for three-pointers right now, up 10, led by as many as 16 with 2.5 left in the first
fine.
quarter.
If you'll make about 1 out of every 3, you'll be fine.
Here's gone off a screen from Gunner, flying in, a lot of contact, no whistle. Barr picks up the loose ball. Gone trying to chase her down. Behind the back goes Barr in the back court. Barr gets it into the front court. They'll reset the offense. Barr kicks out. Here's Crowder into the paint. Skips it out to Bates. Bates takes off. Floater on the baseline, gets the bounce, and it's good for Lexi Bates. Back to a 12-point game, 3:06 to play. 2 minutes between made buckets there exactly for Tennessee Wesleyan. Gunner still looking for help. Drops it back. Smith goes for another three-pointer, and that one's in. Top of the key, Smith makes another three here in the third quarter. Arcing shot, found nothing but net there. Baxter on the wing, guarded there by Northcross. Left side to Crowder, now back to Baxter on the low block. She got away with the travel potentially there, but Baxter able to touch it off the glass and lay it in to push it back to an 11-point.
For the season, Bluefield shoots 27% from outside the arc. Today, 54.5.
Of course. Here's Northcross having a career high day, or the Lady Rams from behind the arc. Gunner takes a 15-foot, had to force that one up over Crowder's hands. This one will go out of bounds off of Wesleyan's leg, they say. So Bluefield will get Maple back in along with Donnie Perriman, as Smith and Pagan will check out. Northcross is going to be the one to inbound at 11 on the shot clock this time. 2:13 to play on the third quarter clock. Wesleyan in front, 46-35. Far corner, it's Bragg, and kickball called against Wesleyan. Shot clock, though, will reset off the kickball. So
reset to 20.
Got it down to 8. Crowder's quick footwork underneath. Bragg catches the inbounds. Donnie Perriman out front. High post feed to Gunner. Nice bounce pass to a cutting Northcross, and then a nice block by Lexi Bates underneath. Number 12 leaves him with 12 on the shot clock after the block.
She beat off the dribble, did a good job recovering, coming from behind and tapping it out of bounds.
So this one's going to be Maple. She will slap the ball, ready to throw it in. Bragg catches it in the near corner, out to Gunner. Gunner around the screen from Donnie Perriman, gets to the left side, and that one rolled around off the glass, off the rim to the right. Barr collects it. Wesleyan avoided one there. Here's Powell, top of the key, corner pass to Crowder. Now near block, it's Barr. They quickly work it to the right wing. A nice cut by Baxter
Nice
in the
give and
feed,
go.
but it missed
Never
shot.
really got a good handle on it. Rushed it a little bit and missed the layup.
Kick out to Donnie Perriman in the far corner, missed it. Crowder uncontested on the rebound, skies for it. Minute 26 to go. Crowder trying to go coast to coast. She gets tied up here with Northcross, and Shanti Northcross is going to pick up her second team at first of the quarter. Nilsson returns for Bluefield. Ella Crowder and Jacelyn Stone back in for Tennessee Wesleyan. That brings them in with Powell, Bates, and Baxter out there. Stone going to inbound it. Long outlet to Powell at the top of the key. Ella Crowder sends it left to Stone. Stone drives into the paint, kicks to back Bates. Bates' three-pointer is nothing but net there. Lexi Bates from the right wing knocks it down. It's back to a 14-point game. Minute 5 to go here in the third quarter. Maple, high post feed to Nilsson. They've taken Gunner out for a breather, so it's Nilsson that's at the high post. Donnie Perriman misses the 15-foot jump shot. Rebound cleared out by Bates to Stone. Top of the key, Powell left wide open, and she knocks it down. J.C. Powell.
I don't believe you want to leave her that open.
Leave her that open.
Not her.
Lady Bulldogs have taken their largest lead with 17 points. A 30-second timeout on the court by Bluefield. Wesleyan up 52-35. We'll take it with them. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Back in 30. left wide open for a three-pointer and knocks it down with 33 seconds to go here in the third. It's about a 11-second differential in game and shot clock. Here's Maple in the far corner. Now they skip past it on the baseline. Nilsson with it, working against Sierra Bates. Sierra Bates checking in. Barr tried to anticipate the pass, but Maple beats her to it. Shot clock down to 5 now. Baseline floater, and that one goes behind. I don't know that I've seen one do that in a long time. Not unless it's been some pickup basketball. Mayo coming to check in. She'll replace
Well, if
Baxter.
the ball was deflected, tipped,
Well,
and it
yeah.
might go behind and hit the support. But
Yeah. Not from the side.
no.
Suspended goals from the ceiling. 10 seconds to go in the third. Barr bringing it up the court. Finds Mayo far corner. Mayo out to Stone. Stone into the lane. Goes up, high layup off the glass and good as the buzzer will sound. And the Lady Bulldogs extend their largest lead to 19 as Stone got free for the easy lay-in. Again, score at the end of the third quarter. Wesleyan 54, Bluefield 35. We'll be back in 60 seconds. So, start of the fourth quarter, Wesleyan has it. Crowder goes down the left side, missed the shot. Nilsson gets the rebound. Wesleyan will drop back defensively. Stone still leading the team with 16 points, and Crowder with 11. Three-pointer good by Maple here in the near corner for the Lady Rams. Maple also trying to apply some full court pressure. Lead at 16. Out front, Mayo with it. Drops it behind her to Powell, now to Crowder. Crowder drops it to Mayo. Mayo sends it left side to Martin. Martin back up top. Shot clock at 10. Crowder with it. Gives it to Stone. Stone driving kick. No look pass. Trying to get it to Powell was a good thought, but off the mark into the hands of Smith. Smith gets the layup. No whistle on the blocking call, but back-to-back shots made, and it's down to a 14-point game. 8:51 to play.
No call there, probably to our benefit. Because as you said, I believe we would have had a block had they made the call.
Here's Stone, crossover top of the key, kicks it to Crowder, left side, three-pointer, too long. Rebound cleared through Gunner, over to Pagan. She'll cross midcourt with it. Wanting to get it into Nilsson. Sails through her hands. Anna Crowder trying to go coast to coast with it. Nilsson catching up to her. Jump stop. Throws it up. Gets the foul anyway. And Anna Crowder will have 2 shots coming her way. This one's going to be the first on Nilsson. And Crowder will step back to the line. She's 1 of 2 there today. First free throw for Anna is good. 55-40 the score. Over a minute and a half played. And both of them good. Improves her percentage on the day. Back to a 16-point lead. Smith on the left side. has Maple deeper on the left wing. Maple quick crossover against Powell, but has to circle it back out to Gunner. Feed into Nielsen. They've almost overthrown her every time. She catches that pass and turned around, makes a jump hook in the lane. So Wesleyan brings it down. Stone in control, sends it left side to Powell.
Got Nielsen listed at 6'1". I'm not sure she's 6'1", but she is tallest girl on the floor.
Yep.
Sure.
She's got the length with her arms, but she's definitely had the sky for every inlet pass. Here's Martin, goes baseline against her. She gets blocked from behind by Nielsen. 7:35 to play. Shot clock at 6 here. It's going to be Stone to key it in underneath for the Lady Bulldogs. Stone gets it on the bounce to Crowder. Back to Stone it goes. Long two once again for Stone. This one rolls over the rim. She'd knocked down one there in the third quarter. Couldn't get that one to go. Gone quickly up to an open Maple. Powell right there with her, not committing the foul though. And Maple's going to lay it in on the right side.
Didn't do a good job getting back there. Gave up the ET layup.
12-point lead for Wesleyan still. 56-44. We approach the 7-minute mark. Top of the key, Crowder sends it left side to Powell. Powell's going to get a screen from Martin. Goes opposite side on the crossover, got bumped. That one's going to be a shooting foul as Smith's going to pick up her first, team second. And Powell was trying to take a running jumper from the left side. It was a good look, but just got shoulder shoved to the baseline.
Yeah, got bumped pretty good.
So J.C. Powell will step to the stripe. 58% shooter. She makes the first one. And that's one thing. Free throw percentage has been disastrous for the Lady Bulldogs this season as she misses the second one in comparison to the way they've been. Here's Pagan. Backdoor feed to Maple. Gets to the left block. Throws up the shot and gets the foul on the other end. This one called against Powell.
Yeah, your team goal needs to be at least 70%. It's nice if your team could shoot 75, but you would expect it to be right at 70% anyway. We've just not been there all year.
So Maple will step to the line on the other end for Bluefield, 76.5%. Makes the first one. 57-45, 6:52 to play. Again, we got the guys game coming up after this one. We'll have a short break in between, but Maple converts both of them. And of course, Jeff Rice is going to join us post-game as well.
Maple's a nice-looking player.
Yep.
Athletic, quick.
She comes from Maple Heights High School in Cleveland, Ohio, so she's been pretty impressive today. Martin, top of the key. Wesleyan being very patient offensively, trying to get it to Martin on the high post, but
just as you said patient, we became impatient.
Crowder strips Maple on the way up. Crossover to get away from Bacan. Now crosses past Smith. Stone dunks out of the way because that pass was going to Powell on the right wing. Martin mishandles it, picks it up, gets it back to Mayo. Mayo driving in against Gunner. Layup on the right side, no good, but she'll draw the contact foul.
Three times.
Going to be on Gunner. That's true.
She got bumped twice before the shot.
Before she ever
and then
got
fouled
there.
on the shot.
Timeout called here by Bluefield. Actually, yeah, timeout by Bluefield. Wesleyan up 57-46. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Back in 30. .6:11 to play here in the fourth quarter of this Appalachian Athletic Conference women's matchup. First time the women have played here against each other this season at least. Bluefield and Tennessee Wesleyan. The guys did play earlier in the season where the men lost on the road 72-71 as Anna Crowder.
On the last second shot.
Yep. And that's a tough place to play up there at the
It
Dome,
really is.
they call it. Mayo makes the first one.
Call it a dome. It's more like an igloo.
Yeah,
That's
it
me.
is. Matt Harper and I went up there a few years ago, and it snow on the ground, so it literally lived up to that name right there. Mayo converts both of them.
The size and the temperature inside that place more resembles an igloo.
Here's Maple. We do got to give them credit. They got us Billy Berry, or you and Bluefield got us Billy Berry down this way. As much as we don't want to claim
he just wanted
sometimes.
out that bad.
Here's Pagan, a little leave over the top to Gunner and a late whistle. Let the play clear out. And Gunner's going to draw the foul here against Mayo, her second, and she'll get 2 shots. With 5:50 to go, it's a 13-point lead for Tennessee Wesleyan.
Coach not happy with that call.
No. That's really the most frustration we've seen out of Coach Rice today. He's had it fairly easy. Gunner misses the first one. Now he's trying to get the explanation from the official. And the little head roll doesn't tell me he liked that explanation.
Don't ask for an explanation if you're not going to like it.
Gunner's second one at the line is good for the Lady Rams.
There was another official right beside the play, but that official may have had a better angle.
Yep. A little token pressure in the backcourt against Wesleyan. It's Crowder that brings it up the floor. Now she'll get it to the point guard, Stone. Stone spins from Maple, gives it to Crowder. Top of the key, Mayo with it now in the near corner. They work it around to the right wing. Martin's with the ball. Now Anna Crowder taking it off the dribble to the left side. Strong take and strong layup is good for
Very
Anna
nice.
Crowder. 61-47, Lady Bulldogs in front by 14.
You're right. Nice strong move, nice finish.
Jumper was good there for Bluefield. Back to a 12-point game. And then Wesleyan turns it over. Stone hit the deck hard. Here's Pagan. Charge foul. Pagan tried to avoid it. Crowder took it. And Pagan gets her second.
Could have gone either way.
Yep, it could have. Coach Cox.
Wherever the call went, that coach wasn't going to be happy,
Nope.
whichever way it went.
That's a third team foul. Stone will check out. Barr in for her along with Lexi Bates in as well. Pagan out with 4:58 to play. 61-49, 12-point advantage. Crowder at 15 points, needs 2 more rebounds still to get the double-double, along with 5 assists if we're counting. Here's Crowder, hands it off to Powell. Powell sends it to Barr behind the perimeter. Far side, it's Bates keeping it on that side. Crowder now sends it right to Barr. Barr takes it off the dribble against Northcross. Dribbles it all the way to the left wing. Now Bates from the near corner kicks off the drive and shot clock. Once again, just too patient sometimes offensively.
I don't think Anna realized how much time there was on the shot clock.
Yep.
She was open at the top of the key that time. It came out to her, and she really just needed to put that one up. But I think she was, again, unaware of the time.
Sarah Bates will check in for Martin. And against anybody else, other teams in the conference they've played this year, that would come back to hurt them several times. But luckily it's been against Bluefield here today. Here's Gunner at the elbow on the left side, drops it to Smith. Smith, strong bounce pass to the right block. Now Nielsen trying to get it back to Gunner. That one intercepted here by Bates after an errant pass. Lexi Bates looks left to Sierra Bates. Sierra has her dribble, doesn't use it, instead sends it off to Powell. Near corner, it's Bates with it against Maple. Drive and kick out to Powell for another 3. Bounces off. Sierra Bates taps it down to Lexi Bates on the rebound.
I hope she gets an assist.
She should.
She deserves
definitely.
one.
Nice play there with 3:40 to go, and it's a 14-point game once again.
I assume technically somebody's going to get a rebound off of that.
Yep.
A rebound and assist would be nice.
Here's Smith into the lane.
She walked.
And not only did she walk, but she threw it up and over the backboard as Wesleyan had good defense right down, straight up. Defenders didn't jump at it. Pagan back in. Full court press shown by Bluefield here. Barr catches the inbounds. 3:25 showing on the game clock. Fourth quarter action here. Barr, skip pass over to Crowder. Crowder drives, Kicks it over to Bates. Bates three-pointer is in. Another assist for Anna Crowder on that one. And it's 66-49, 17-point lead. 3:05 to go. Here's Gunner with the elbow, drives in. Sierra Bates trying to go for the block. Ball tipped around. Crowder almost had another rebound, but Bates ends up with it. Bates to the right side. Bucket and the foul is good.
Put up a lot of points in a short period of time.
Yes. This one.
A quick 6, chance to make it 7.
Northcross picks up her third, team 5th, so Wesleyan for the next 2:53 will be 2-shot fouls. Unless it's a player control foul. Bates makes it the 3-point play at the line. 69-49, 20-point lead is the largest here. Under 3 to play. Northcross goes left side. Pagan now deeper into the corner. It goes to Gunner. Gunner looks into the block down to Nielsen. Nielsen backing up against Crowder. Crowder got a 9th rebound there. Good box out. Now she'll flip it left side to Barr. Barr back to the basket from the AAC logo. Now gets free in Northcross, trying to beat her to the low block. Throws up a prayer. Bates gets the backside rebound. Sierra Bates put back no good. Ball out of bounds off of Pagan. I think if she would have left that one go, they might have called that one off of Alexis
Off of
Bates.
Bates, I agree.
Ella Crowder will check in for Anna Crowder.
Sarah did a good job getting the ball to go, but a little unorthodox with the left-handed shot there.
Yep.
Sort of a little, I won't call it a hook, but
It was a hook and a prayer, maybe. Here's Barr off the give from Bates. Left side, Powell with the ball. Shot clock at 8. Powell going to drive in, bouncing it across, and Pagan read that one the whole way, and there's going to be a foul on Wesleyan. That one's going to be on Powell. She's picked up her third, so her and Northcross were the ones in the most foul trouble. Third team foul.
again, we may have overpassed there.
Yep.
But Pagan did an excellent job anticipating that pass and stepping in the passing lane.
Gunner has it at the free throw line. Once again, she'll dribble it out behind the perimeter. Sends it left side to Maple. Maple gets a screen from Bragg. She pulls up just inside the arc. Long jumper, no good. Ball tipped around in favor of Bluefield. Pagan gets it and scores on the left side. That stops the Wesleyan scoring run with 1:46 to play. Wesleyan had been on an 8-0 run right there. Bates gets a pass from Barr. Sierra Bates, now Powell out front. Pagan was down low. Blocking foul called here on Gunner. Gunner's going to pick up her third, and Coach Cox didn't like that call because they didn't get it a few minutes ago. So Farr's going to check in, and Wesleyan's also going to get 14 Aubrey Long in, the freshman guard from Benton, Tennessee. We'll check in.
Hopefully she's not, I think she was going to get Powell, but with Powell going to the free throw line, I think he's going to change that. Just make sure we get her in the game.
Well, Bluefield's going to take their last timeout by our count with 1:33 to play. Full timeout on the court. Wesleyan up 69-51. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Powell's first free throw caroms off, and I think that's exactly why you mentioned letting her Aubrey Long sub in for somebody other than Powell.
Hey, your other option was go ahead and let her come in for Barr. Send Barr up there,
Yep.
re-enter her after the free throw. But she made the second one, so we're going to get her in the game.
Yep. Aubrey Long will check in, 1:33 to play. Powell will take a breather. And Pagan lets it roll up the floor to half court, and then she'll pick it up to start the clock. Hand it off to Maple. Maple guarded by Long. Now switch off Barr on Maple. Maple trying to drive in, throws it up on the left side of the glass, couldn't get it. Offensive rebound by Bragg is good for Bluefield. It's a 17-point game with 1:15 to go. Aubrey Long in transition. Spin move, her defender hits the ground. Long drops it to Farr. Farr goes to the left side, high off the glass and good for Courtney Farr. Nice pass by Long to set that one up, back to a 19-point game. Here's Pagan in the lane, draws the foul and makes the bucket on the up and under move.
We get a lot of Meigs County to Meigs County.
Yes.
That time we had a Polk County to Polk County.
There you go. That's that recruiting budget Coach Rice has been saving for years, just going close by and picking up a couple of players from each school at a time. Pagan makes it a three-point play. I joked with the Crowders and the Bates that he saved big time recruiting them all together. 2-for-1 deal on those. Here's Ella Crowder with it across half court, 48 seconds to go. Aubrey Long with it. Gets bumped by Pagan out front. Pagan's going to pick up her third, and they're already at 5 team fouls. So
going to get to the line, get a chance to score.
Aubrey will step in. Be her first trip to the charity stripe this season. So the Polk County native will step up there with 44.9 showing, 72-56 your score. Wesleyan in front. Long makes it, or misses it short there, bounced off the front of the rim.
Good looking shot, nice rotation, just a little short.
One dribble, she comes set, flips that one up and does get the roll. 73-56. Wesleyan drops back defensively. Barr trying to guard the baseline, and this one, that's three we've seen go up, over, or behind the backboard from Bluefield. Pagan's a little reverse layup, too strong.
The support's gotten worn out today. Doesn't get a workout like that normally.
Here's Long up the far side, double teamed in the near corner, ball deflected. Pagan gets the steal.
Got to give it up there. Can't dribble that thing up the side.
Northcross misses the layup, but she'll get 2 free throws. Yeah, get yourself stuck in the corners. That's one thing I've noticed in the high school game with no shot clock and you get a lead, they'll always go to the corner or the front court, and it's an easy place to get double teamed instantly and turn it over. Northcross makes the first free throw.
Half line and sideline become 2 more defenders.
Yep. 16-point lead. 73-57. Yep, stays that way as Northcross battles Crowder for the rebound. Crowder tips it over to Farr. Shot clock is off. Sierra Bates trying to dribble it away. Now gets it to Barr in the backcourt. Barr brings it up the court. Barr all the way in on the left side and good for Abby Barr.
I think we would dribble it out, but if Bluefield wants to press and defend, then you got to go to the goal.
They're going to keep playing.
If they don't let you dribble it out, then fine.
Maple takes a deep three, misses it. Sierra Bates collects the rebound, and that should do it. Final 2 seconds rolling off the clock, and the Lady Bulldogs have won 2 games in a row here towards the end of this season, knocking off Bluefield 75-57 here at home as they go to 11-11 overall, 9-11 in the conference, 7-4 here at home, and again, 2-game winning streak for the Lady Bulldogs. Let's take just a 60-second break here, and then we'll be with Coach Rice pretty instantly back in 60 seconds.
to get it inside the zone?
You had a lot of good players, 4 in double figures today, led by Stone. You had Anna Crowder with 15, one shy of a double-double with the 9th rebound, and then 15 by Alexis Bates coming off the bench was big, and then J.C. Powell was knocking down several three-pointers today.
I mean, you know, we talk about J.C. Look to shoot it, look to shoot it, look to shoot it, and you know, she's one of the better shooters on the team. Alexis some nights comes in and gives us great offense off the bench. I thought those two played extremely well. And you look at Crowder's stat line, you know, 15, 9, and 6. I mean, she has the ability to do that every single night because she's such a tough mismatch for whoever's guarding her. And when she wants to share the basketball, not that she doesn't share it, but she needs to attack more and create more shots for other people.
It did look like there's several times, even second quarter and others, that they almost got too patient and tried to extra pass, a couple of shot clock violations, kind of the result of that.
Yeah, I mean, we are very, very unselfish, and, you know, there's one good shot that you're going to get every possession, and we talk about make sure you take that one. We had some nice kickouts during that second quarter where we just didn't shoot it. You know, we did overpass it a little bit. That's just getting kids to play with a little more confidence and want to shoot the basketball.
Coach, it looked like also during that second quarter, maybe we didn't look to attack the goal when we got to the middle as well.
Yeah, that was the other thing we talked about, because it's so spread out that there's no reason we can't get in there, either get in there and pull up and shoot short jumpers or go all the way to the rim or go make somebody help and kick it out. That's one of the other things we talked about at halftime was beating it off the dribble, not dribbling around the outside like some of the posts like to do, but with guards attacking down through the nail.
Came into this game tied for 7th in the conference, of course, getting to Kingsport is the goal and trying to make some noise at the end of the season, and really looks to be solidified at this point, I would say, because you've got some advantage over teams behind you as well.
Right.
But you've still got 2 big games coming up against some good teams, Pikeville and Reinhardt.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we keep saying we haven't beat anybody better than us. You know, it's 2 other opportunities to do that. Pikeville will be tough, but, you know, on scene today, that emotion, you know, we may have saved up all those misses for that game. And we shoot it good, we'll have a chance as long as we defend and rebound.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you. Great team win here today, and 4 players in double figures. The scoring came easy, it seemed.
Thank you.
So we'll be with you on Wednesday night in Pikeville. So,
all right, thanks, guys. Have a good day.
Thank you, Coach.
So Coach Rice, as he talked about, played really well, good team win, and even though they got a little too unselfish at times, it works out for them here, and they pull off the victory 75-57 against Bluefield. And Coach, you've got some final team numbers there for us.
I do. For Bluefield, 57 points on 22 of 62 from the field, 35.5%. They were 7 of 14, 50% behind the arc, and 6 of 8 at the free throw line, 75%. They had 16 turnovers, 35 total rebounds. For Tennessee Wesleyan, 75 points on 29 of 62 shooting, 46.8% from the field. Interesting note that both teams shot exactly the same number of shots, 62 from the field. Wesleyan 8 of 26 from behind the arc, 30.8%. 9 of 13, a little above their season percentages at 69.2, almost that 70% we talked about at the free throw line. 12 turnovers, 40 rebounds, out rebounding Bluefield 40-35.
And talking about that 3-point, Bluefield has now had back-to-back games where they've knocked down 50% or more from behind the arc. That has been their best games nonetheless. Wesleyan individual scoring, well, let's look at Bluefield's first. It'll be Maple leading the way with 15 points, then 13.6 boards for Elle Gunner, and then Haley Smith hits 2 3-pointers and several inside shots to end her night with 12.6 boards. On the other side, as we mentioned, Jacelyn Stone paces the Lady Bulldogs, 16 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Anna Crowder, 15 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists. Very impressive stat line there. 15 points, 5 boards for Alexis Bates. And then 11 points, 5 rebounds, and an assist for J.C. Powell. 7 points for Abby Barr, 4 and 3 for Camry Mayo. McKaylee Martin ends her day with 2 points, 3 boards, and an assist. And then Ashley Baxter, Courtney Farr each had 2 points. Aubrey Long makes 1 of 2 at the line and had an assist as well. And then Sierra Bates and Ella Crowder with 3 and 2 rebounds respectively for them. So the Lady Bulldogs take care of business here in game 1 on the day. They win 2 in a row. They'll next be on the road at Pikeville on Wednesday 5:30, 7:30 tip-off for that one.
If we're doing a
on the
player
road.
of the game, you think you'd give a player of the game to Anna Crowder today, but I thought the difference in the game might have been Alexis Bates.
I do not disagree one bit. So Anna had the stat line, but Bates came in big fashion in that really second point guard off the bench and really played well and had a 15-5 day for her. So a very outstanding job by the Lady Bulldogs. We'll try to carry that momentum into Pikeville on the road on Wednesday. So that'll wrap up our women's broadcast. The guys are still warming up. They've got over 20 minutes left on the clock to warm up. So we're going to send it back to Handsome Dan at the station, let him spin you some records while we regroup and get set for the men's game coming up next. Back to you, Handsome Dan.